Hello there and welcome to Deep Sleep Science. I'm so glad you found your way here. Tonight, you have arrived in a quiet place, a soft and gentle harbor at the edge of the day, where the noise of the waking hours begins to fade into something slower, softer, kinder. Let your shoulders melt downward like warm wax. Let your jaw unclench, your hands open, your breath grow long and unhurried, as though you were exhaling the entire weight of the world in a single, silver thread of air. There is nothing more for you to carry now. Nothing more to solve, to chase, to remember. The lamps of the evening have been lit, and the great wide quiet is waiting. Patient as moonlight on still water. Tonight, we will wander together through one of the most tender and beautiful subjects the human story has ever known. We will explore the mind-body connection, that secret bridge of whispers and warmth that runs between your thoughts and your bones, between your feelings and your fingertips, between the great dreaming theater of your imagination and the soft, faithful animal of your body. It is a subject older than language, more delicate than a moth's wing, and it lives within you, gently humming, even now, as you settle into the pillow. If our slow and dreamy stories bring you comfort tonight, you might gently tap the like button and softly subscribe so that more peaceful evenings can find you in the days ahead. No rush. No effort. Only when it feels easy. Now, close your eyes, if they are not already closed. Let the room around you grow distant, like a town seen from a faraway hill. Let your breathing soften, and your thoughts begin to drift like petals on a slow, slow river. Let your body sink, warm and welcomed, into the soft cradle of the bed beneath you. And let's begin this slow and soothing journey. Let the words ahead come to you like leaves falling onto still water, each one settling gently, without sound. You do not need to listen carefully. You do not need to remember. You only need to drift, as a small wooden boat drifts on a wide and quiet lake at twilight. Each story tonight is a soft glimmer of starlight, woven into the warm, dark velvet of your sleep, and the secret bridge between mind and body shall be our slow companion, walking with us, breath by breath, into the deep, dreaming night. Deep inside you, there is a quiet conversation that has been happening since the day you first drew breath. It is the conversation between your mind and your body, two old friends who speak in a language softer than wind through tall grass. They send each other gentle signals, like lanterns swaying in a distant valley, each tiny flicker carrying meaning. When you feel calm, your body listens. When your body softens, your mind listens too. Tonight, they are both leaning towards sleep, like two willows leaning over a slow stream. You do not need to coax them. You do not need to guide them. They already know the way home. Let them whisper to one another beneath the warm wool of the night, while you simply drift, weightless as a feather, into the deep and dreaming hush. The heart, that small, faithful drum within your chest, has been beating quietly for you all day long. It carries the slow rhythm of forests, of tides, of stars wheeling silently above the rooftops of sleeping towns. When your thoughts begin to soften, your heart hears them, and it slows, the way a horse slows in a moonlit pasture, lowering its head to drink. Each beat is a small lullaby, a soft drumming of warm rain on a wooden roof. You do not need to count them. You do not need to measure. You only need to feel that gentle inner cadence, beating beneath the blankets, beating beneath the hours, beating beneath the entire quiet of the night, while your body grows heavy and your dreams begin to gather like fireflies at the edge of a meadow. Your breath is the oldest bridge between mind and body, a soft silver thread spun from the air of the world. Each inhalation gathers the cool sweetness of the night, the breath of cedar forests and dew-damp gardens. the perfume of stars cooling above the rooftops. Each exhalation lets a small part of the day drift gently away, like steam rising from a cup of tea on a winter windowsill. You do not need to control it. You do not need to deepen it. Already knows how to carry you. Your breath has rocked you through every moment of your life, faithful as a mother humming in a darkened room. Tonight, let it rock you once more, slow and tender, into the warm hush of sleep, where everything heavy becomes light. Within the soft folds of your brain, there flows a river of slow chemistry, gentle as honey dripping from a wooden spoon. When your mind feels safe, this river carries small golden molecules of calm, drifting through you the way warm milk spreads through a cup. These tiny messengers tell your shoulders to soften, your jaw to release, your eyelids to grow heavy as velvet curtains. They whisper to the muscles in your hands, in your back, in your sleepy feet, telling them that the day is over, that the world is well, that they may rest now. You do not need to understand the river. You only need to lie still and let it flow. And tonight, that river is wide and slow and luminous, carrying you softly toward the deep harbor of sleep. When you smile, even faintly, your body listens, the way a garden listens to a sunrise. A small lift at the corners of your mouth sends a wave of warmth through the quiet hallways inside you, lighting tiny lamps in places you cannot see. Your muscles soften, your heart eases, your breath grows kind. The body has always loved the smile, for it is a small candle that the mind sets down in the long, dim corridor of the night. You do not need to smile widely. Only a whisper of one, the gentlest curve, like the lip of a half moon on a summer pond. Let that softness rest on your lips now, and feel it spreading through you, sweet and warm, like sunlight pooling slowly across the floor of a sleeping room. The hands of a human being are full of small, dreaming nerves, like roots reaching softly into the soil of feeling. When the mind grows peaceful, the hands grow peaceful too, the fingers uncurling like petals at dusk. Each fingertip is a small lantern, glowing faintly with the warmth of your inner quiet. When you lay your hands gently upon the blankets, or fold them softly against your chest, your body reads them as a sign that the day has ended. The mind, sensing the surrender of the hands, releases its own grip on the hours. And so a slow and gentle hush spreads outward, from palm to wrist, from wrist to shoulder, from shoulder to the deep still pool of your chest. Where sleep is waiting, patient as snowfall, there is a soft, secret place at the base of your skull, where the mind and the body meet like two rivers joining beneath a stone bridge. From here, slow signals drift downward into the long valley of your spine, settling each vertebra like a row of sleepy birds upon a wire. When this place feels safe, the entire body releases, sigh by sigh, the way a forest releases its last warm breath at the end of a summer day. You do not need to find this place with your thoughts. It will find you, quietly, as you grow still. Already, perhaps, you can feel a soft warmth at the back of your neck, a gentle melting, a tender unspooling, while the velvet of the night drapes itself over you, slow and luxurious as the curtains of an old, sleeping theater. The eyes, when they close, are doing something miraculous and ancient. They are dimming the great bright stage of the day, drawing the velvet curtains across the wide windows of the mind. Behind those soft, closed lids, the body begins to lower its lanterns one by one, like a small town turning out its lamps at the end of evening. Your shoulders unburden. Your jaw releases its silent stories. Your hands forget what they were holding. The mind, watching from a distant balcony, breathes out at last and dims its own quiet stage lights. You do not need to do anything but let the curtains fall. The play of the day is over. The audience has gone home. And now the deep, soft dark of the dreaming theatre is yours, warm and welcoming, vast as a starlit sea. Inside the chest, the lungs unfold and refold like soft paper lanterns, ancient and faithful. They have been opening and closing for you since the very first morning of your life, never once asking for thanks. Tonight, they rise and fall like the slow chest of a sleeping cat curled by a hearth. With each gentle filling, they gather the calm of the night air, the perfume of distant pines, the cool sweetness of moonlit gardens. With each gentle emptying, they release a small ribbon of the day. The mind, hearing this slow lullaby of breath, lays itself down beside the lungs, like a child curling up beside a warm and steady drum. And the body, lulled by their lullaby, sinks one layer deeper into the dreaming earth of sleep. In your belly, there is a soft animal warmth, a gentle hearth where the mind often comes to rest. When you feel safe, this warmth spreads outward like a slow, golden lamplight, soothing every inch of you. It is no accident that we feel our feelings here, in this quiet inner room. The belly is an old friend of the mind, a tender listener that hears every whisper of the heart. Tonight, place an imagined hand there, soft as a falling leaf, and feel the gentle rise and fall, the slow tide of breath beneath the blanket of your skin. Let the warmth gather there. Let the mind nestle into it, like a small fox curling into the moss of a hollow tree. And let that warmth lull you, sweetly, into the long and dreaming dark. Long ago, in the soft beginnings of the world, the body and the mind learned to speak through warmth. A kind touch upon the shoulder, a soft hand upon the brow, the warmth of another's nearness on a cool evening. All of these things told the mind that the world was safe. Tonight, even alone in the gentle dark, you can give yourself this language. The weight of the blanket upon your chest is a hand. The warmth of the pillow is a hand. The softness of your own breath upon your lip is a hand. And the body, hearing this old, familiar speech, lays down its small, quiet worries and sinks into the deep, kind warmth where sleep has been patiently waiting. The spine is a long, soft chain of small moonstones, each one humming with quiet intelligence. From the crown of your head all the way down to the small of your back, these little stones carry messages between mind and body. Like lanterns passed hand to hand through a dim corridor. When the mind grows soft, each lantern dims to a warm amber glow. Each vertebra settles, like a row of sleepy doves upon a branch. The shoulders unfold, the hips release. The lower back, that gentle valley, sighs and softens. Tonight, you do not need to do anything but feel the long, slow line of yourself, sinking gently into the bed, each small moonstone humming a low and tender note, weaving the lullaby of your body into the great dreaming song of the night. The tongue, that small, hidden traveler, rests inside the warm cave of your mouth. When the mind is busy, the tongue grows tense, pressing softly against the roof of its quiet home. But when the mind grows peaceful, the tongue softens too, settling like a small leaf upon still water. As it softens, a gentle wave of release moves through the jaw, the cheeks, the eyes, the brow. The whole face becomes a soft, smooth pond at twilight, untouched by ripples. Let your tongue grow soft now, weightless and warm. Let your jaw open just a whisper, the way a flower opens to a summer night, and feel that small softening spread outward, far outward, into the dreaming chambers of your body, where sleep is waiting, candle-lit and tender. There is a soft music playing inside you that you cannot hear with your ears. It is the music of your cells, the gentle whirring of your warm, quiet machinery, the slow hum of your blood moving through long, dim, velvet corridors. Each cell within you is humming a tiny note, like a chorus of distant fireflies singing beneath a dark summer sky. When the mind grows peaceful, this inner music slows and deepens, like an orchestra turning down its lamps. The notes lengthen, the pauses widen. The whole symphony begins to breathe as one. You do not need to listen. You do not need to understand. Only feel the soft inner hush, the gentle inner glow, and let your dreaming self sway, slow and weightless, in the warm river of that quiet, lifelong song. The shoulders carry the long story of the day. They are like two faithful horses who have walked many miles, gentle and patient, their soft manes warm in the evening light. Tonight, you may unsaddle them. You may let them roam free in the moonlit meadow of your rest. As they release, a great wave of relief spreads through your chest and back. Like the slow opening of a window after a long, quiet afternoon. Your collarbones soften. Your upper arms grow heavy. Your hands feel as though they are sinking into warm sand. The mind, watching these horses wander into their soft meadow, sighs and lets itself wander too, deeper and deeper, into the deep, dreaming pastures of sleep. Where the grass is long and the stars are kind, there is a soft little nerve that travels from your brain down through your throat, into your heart, into your lungs, and all the way down into your warm, quiet belly. It is a long, gentle thread, like a silken cord linking many small lanterns in a dim, beautiful hallway. When you breathe slowly, this thread hums a low, comforting note, and all the lanterns dim to a warm amber glow. Your heart slows, your lungs soften, your belly grows kind. The whole long hallway of your inner self glows with quiet peace. You do not need to think of this thread. It is humming on its own, faithful as an old grandfather clock in a still house at midnight. Let its low, tender note carry you gently, gently, into the deep velvet country of sleep. The mind has many small rooms, like an old, beloved house full of warm wooden floors and tall, soft windows. During the day, lights are on in many rooms at once. But at night, one by one, the lights begin to dim. The room of plans grows quiet. The room of worries grows quiet. The room of memories softens its lamps. Even the long hallway of the senses begins to grow dim. Only one small lantern remains, glowing softly at the heart of the house, where dreams are gently kindled. The body, sensing the great hush in the house of the mind, settles into its own quiet too. Tonight, let the lamps go out, one by one, slow and tender, until only that small, warm, dreaming light remains, leading you gently into the soft, soft night. When you imagine warmth, the body grows warmer. When you imagine softness, the body grows softer. The mind is a kind painter, and the body is its quiet canvas. Drinking in every gentle color, the mind chooses to brush upon it. Tonight, imagine the warmth of late summer sunlight pooling slowly across your chest. Imagine the softness of a cashmere blanket draped over your shoulders. Imagine the gentle weight of a sleeping cat curled against your side. And feel, faintly but truly, the way the body listens, the way it sighs and softens, the way it leans into these gentle imaginings as though they were real. For in the deep language of mind and body, what is imagined with love is felt with truth. The feet, those faithful travelers, have carried you so far. Today, yesterday, and through all the long years of your becoming. Tonight, they rest at last, warm beneath the soft cave of the blanket, like two small sleeping animals curled at the foot of the bed. As they release, a slow tide of softness rises up through your ankles, your shins, your knees, your thighs, and into the deep, warm pool of your hips. The mind, sensing this great softening at the lower edges of the body, releases its own grip on the day. The feet, the legs, the hips, the back, the chest, the arms, the neck, the face, all begin to belong to the night, soft and heavy and safe. In the deep, slow harbor of dreaming sleep, there is a slow, ancient rhythm that moves through every living thing, from the smallest leaf to the great drifting stars. It is the rhythm of expansion and release, of opening and closing, of in and out. Your lungs follow it. Your heart follows it. Your cells follow it. Even the soft, secret tides of your mind follow it. Tonight, you do not need to find this rhythm. You are already swaying in it. You are a small candle of warm light, drifting in a vast and slow ocean of breath. The whole sleeping world is breathing with you. The trees outside the window, the cool night air, the quiet roofs of distant houses, the stars themselves breathing in their long, slow language. And you, breathing with them, sinking gently into the deep, deep sea of sleep, within the long, quiet corridors of your body. Small messengers travel like tender little lamplighters at dusk. They go from room to room, dimming each glowing lantern, softening each tiny flame. They visit the muscles and whisper, "Rest now." They visit the heart and whisper, "Slow now." They visit the eyes and whisper, "Close now." And so, one by one, the lamps of the body dim into the warm amber glow of evening. The mind, watching from a distant window, smiles softly and lets its own lights dim too. Tonight, let these little lamplighters move freely through you, gentle and unhurried. There is no rush. There is no hurry. There is only the slow, sweet darkening, like dusk falling over a quiet valley, while you sink deeper and deeper into the welcoming arms of sleep. When the mind grows peaceful, the body releases small clouds of warmth that drift through it like mist through a sleeping forest. These soft inner mists settle into the muscles, into the joints, into the long, sleepy bones. Each one carries a tiny lullaby, a whisper of safety, a small reminder that all is well. The shoulders breathe out their last small tension. The hands release their last small grip. The brow, smooth as a still pond, lets go of its last small wrinkle of thought. The mind, watching these soft mists drifting through the body, leans back into its own warm chair and sighs. And the body, blanketed by these gentle inner clouds, sinks deeper, deeper, into the warm, dark country where dreams are waiting, like fireflies among the trees. There is a soft place behind the heart, a small inner garden, where the mind often comes to rest. In this garden, the air is always warm, the light is always gentle, and the flowers are always slowly opening. When the body grows tired and the mind grows kind, the door to this garden opens just a whisk, and a soft fragrance drifts out, soothing every quiet corner of you. Tonight, you may wander into that garden, slow and unhurried, your feet bare upon a path of warm moss. The mind walks beside you, quiet as a small lantern. And as you wander deeper, the path grows softer, the light grows dimmer, the flowers nod their heavy heads, until at last you lie down upon the moss and slip, sweetly and entirely, into the deep, dreaming night. In the soft science of the body, there is something tender and beautiful. A kind thought can change the warmth of your hands. A gentle memory can ease the rhythm of your heart. A loving word, even whispered only inside, can soften the breath in your lungs. The body listens to the mind the way a faithful old dog listens to its beloved companion, with full attention, with quiet trust, with a soft thump of its tail at every small kindness. Tonight, offer yourself a gentle, silent kindness. Tell yourself, softly, that you are safe. Tell yourself, softly, that you are loved. And feel the body listen, sighing, softening, sinking like an old friend curling at your feet, content and warm as you drift together into the deep and tender night. The cheeks, the brow, the soft, small place between the eyes, all of these are little maps of the day's quiet weather. When you have been thinking deeply, they hold the faintest shadow of that thinking. When you have been worrying gently, they hold the faintest crease of that worrying. Tonight, let these small maps grow smooth and unwritten. Imagine a soft, warm hand drawing slowly across your forehead, smoothing every gentle line. Imagine a soft, warm thumb pressing gently between your brows, melting that small inner gate of thought. Feel your cheeks grow heavy, your eyelids grow weightless, your jaw grow long and slow. The mind, watching its own small maps grow blank, sighs and turns its lantern downward, until only the warm, sleepy glow of dreaming remains. There is an old, quiet music in the bones. It is the slow song of calcium and minerals, of warm marrow and gentle weight, of the long, faithful frame that has held you upright through every season of your life. When the body grows still and the mind grows kind, the bones begin to hum their oldest lullaby, a deep, low note like a distant cello drifting across a wide, moonlit lake. The flesh leans into the bones lean into the bed leans into the floor leans into the patient, sleeping earth. And so you become part of a long, slow leaning, a deep, gentle rest passed from layer to layer, until at last you sink, weightless and warm, into the deep song of sleep. When you imagine yourself in a peaceful place, the body believes you. It does not check whether the place is real or remembered, or only softly dream. It simply opens its quiet windows and lets the imagined air drift in. So tonight, imagine yourself in a small wooden cabin at the edge of a slow river. The window is open. The night air smells of pine and warm stone. A single soft lamp burns on a wooden table. A folded blanket waits on the bed. And there you are, lying down, sinking into the bed, listening to the slow river outside. The mind paints the picture, and the body steps gently into it. And the two of you, hand in hand, drift down into the warm and dreaming hush of sleep. In the deep, quiet folds of the brain, there are small soft waves that rise and fall like tides upon a hidden shore. During the day, these waves are quick and bright, like sunlight skipping across rippled water. But as evening comes, they slow and lengthen, until at last they become long, gentle rollers, vast and unhurried, the sort of waves you might hear on a distant beach in summer. The body sways in time with these soft inner tides. The heart sways, the breath sways. Even the small lanterns of your thoughts sway, gently rocking, like boats moored in a quiet harbor. And you, lying still beneath the warm blanket, are simply being carried, slow wave after slow wave, into the deep, dark sea of sleep, where dreams swim like silver fish in moonlight. The throat is a soft, gentle valley between the mind and the heart. When the mind is busy, the throat tightens, like a small gate being closed against the wind. But when the mind grows peaceful, the throat opens, soft and wide, like a quiet meadow at dawn. Each breath flows through it like a slow, kind river, easy and unhurried, neither rushed nor held. Tonight, let the gate of your throat swing softly open. Let your breath wander freely through that gentle valley, carrying with it the last small remnants of the day. The mind, sensing the openness of the throat, releases its own quiet grip. The heart, sensing the kindness of the breath, slows its small drum. And the whole long landscape of you settles softly into the warm hush of sleep. There is a slow warmth that spreads through the body when the mind feels gratitude. It is a quiet, golden warmth, like late afternoon sunlight pouring through honey. Tonight you may let a small thought of gratitude move through you, soft as a candle flame. Perhaps you are grateful for the warmth of the blanket. Perhaps you are grateful for the softness of the pillow. Perhaps you are grateful simply for the quiet of this moment, for the faithful beating of your heart, for the long faithful breath that has carried you through every day. As this gentle gratitude moves through you, the body listens. The shoulders soften, the chest opens, the eyes grow heavy, and the mind, warmed by its own gratitude, lays itself down beside the body, like two old friends sleeping side by side beneath a single soft quilt. In the dim, warm theater of sleep, the mind begins to weave images out of feeling. The way a slow weaver spins thread out of soft wool, a memory becomes a meadow. A thought becomes a window. A feeling becomes a small house at the edge of a quiet wood. The body, lying still beneath the blanket, is the patient audience of this gentle theatre. It watches, half dreaming, as the soft images drift by. And in this watching, it grows even softer, even heavier, even more fully at rest. You do not need to direct the weaver. You do not need to choose the threads. You only need to lie still and let the slow tapestry unspool before you, while you sink deeper and deeper into the warm, dreaming dark. Inside your chest, the heart sits like a small lantern in a dim, kind room. Around it, the lungs rise and fall like soft, slow curtains. Below it, the warm hearth of the belly glows quietly. Above it, the long stair of the spine rises into the soft attic of the mind. The whole inner house is dim and warm and gently lit, like an old home at the end of evening, with only one lamp left burning. Tonight, you may walk slowly through this inner house, room by room, dimming each small lamp as you go. The belly, the chest, the throat, the face, and finally, the soft attic of the mind, where the last warm light glows, faint and tender, before it too is gently dimmed for the night. The soft underside of the wrist is a quiet little place where mind and body whisper to one another. There, just beneath the skin, the slow pulse of your heart can be felt, faint as a moth's wing, steady as a distant clock. When you grow still and notice this small pulse, the mind quiets, listening, and the heart, sensing the mind's attention, slows just a little more, as though leaning toward the listening with quiet affection. Tonight, you do not need to find your pulse. You only need to imagine it, soft and gentle at the underside of your wrist, beating its small lullaby. And as you imagine it, the body listens too, and slows, and softens, and sinks, like a slow stone settling into the warm bed of a sleeping pond. The body has many small, secret doors through which the mind enters and exits each day. The eyes are one. The ears are another. The skin is a wide one, soft and full of windows. The breath is the largest and most beloved. At night, the mind begins to close these doors one by one, gently and without sound. The eyes close their soft shutters. The ears soften their listening. The skin grows quiet against the warm blanket. The breath slows its passing. And so the house of the body becomes a still, dim sanctuary, lit only by the small inner glow of dreaming. You do not need to close the doors yourself. They are closing on their own, slow and tender, while you drift, weightless, into the deep velvet hush of sleep. There is a slow, gentle pressure to a warm blanket that speaks directly to the deep parts of the body. It feels like a soft and steady hand resting on your chest, on your shoulders, on your back, telling you, quietly, that you are held. The mind, sensing this kind weight, releases its small inner watchman, who has been standing guard all day. The body, sensing the release of the watchman, sighs and softens further. The blanket, faithful and warm, holds you the way the night holds the moon, without effort, without strain, simply because it loves to. And so you lie there, held in many soft layers of warmth, sinking deeper and deeper into the long, slow harbor where sleep is waiting, gentle as a quiet bay at dusk. The mind, when it is kind to the body, sends small tender messages through the long corridors within. It says, soft now, to the shoulders. It says, slow now, to the heart. It says, warm now, to the belly. It says, heavy now, to the legs. And the body, receiving these tender messages, sighs and obeys, the way a beloved animal obeys a gentle voice. Tonight, you may send these messages yourself, soft and slow, like small lanterns floating down a quiet river. Soft now, slow now, warm now, heavy now, and feel the body listening, releasing, sinking, while the lanterns drift on, one by one, deeper into the warm night, deeper into the long dreaming country, deeper into the soft and silvered hush of sleep. The deep, quiet center of the chest is sometimes called the heart's home, and it is the place where the mind often comes to lay down its many small bundles at the end of the day. Tonight, imagine yourself walking into that soft inner room. The walls are warm, the floor is soft, a low fire glows in a small stone hearth, and on the table beside the fire, you may set down all the small bundles of the day, one by one, gentle and unhurried. The bundle of plans, the bundle of memories, the bundle of unfinished thoughts. As each bundle is set down, the body grows lighter, the mind grows quieter, the room grows warmer, and at last, with nothing left to carry, you lie down upon the soft rug beside the fire and sleep deeply and sweetly in the heart's old, kind home. In the soft science of feeling, the body and the mind have always shared a single weather. When the mind drifts into stormy skies, the body feels the rain. When the mind wanders into golden meadows, the body feels the sun. Tonight, the weather inside you is gentle and slow. A soft mist rests over the inner fields. A warm, dim glow lingers in the inner sky. There is no wind. There is no rush. There is only the long, kind hush of an inner evening that has come to stay. Let this soft weather drift through every quiet corner of you. Let it settle in your shoulders, your chest, your hands, your feet, and let it carry you, gently, into the deep dreaming valley where sleep gathers like warm fog at the foot of distant hills. Inside the warm cave of the mouth, the tongue rests like a sleeping bird upon a soft branch. The teeth, those small white stones, settle into their kind row. The lips, soft as the petals of a closing flower, lie gently against one another. As the face grows still, the whole body grows still, for the face is a kind of doorway through which the mind speaks to the world. Tonight, that doorway is closed for the evening, soft and warm and quiet. The mind, sensing the door has closed, turns inward, toward the small lantern of dreaming. The body, sensing the mind has turned inward, settles deeper into the bed, and so you drift, gently, the doorway closed, the lantern dim, the long velvet hush rising around you like a tender sea. There is a quiet little place at the very top of the head, where the warmth of your inner self meets the cool, wide air of the night. In old stories, this small place was called the crown, for it is where the mind seems to lift its delicate antennae toward the soft, listening sky. Tonight, imagine a slow, gentle wave of warmth gathering at this small crown, then spilling down, like honey, over your forehead, your eyes, your cheeks, your jaw. It pools at your throat, then spills again, down through your chest, your belly, your hips, your legs, your feet. And as this slow, warm honey of relaxation pools at last in your toes, the whole body, top to bottom, surrenders sweetly to the deep and tender dark of sleep. In the dim, kind hours of the night, the body becomes a small, soft country with its own slow rivers and quiet villages. The river of breath flows through it. The villages of the muscles dim their lanterns. The forests of the nerves grow still. The fields of the skin grow warm beneath the blanket. And in the highest tower of this small country, the mind sits at a window, looking out at its own dreaming landscape. Tonight, the mind in that tower lays its head down upon its arms. Its lantern dims to a whisper. Its window grows soft with a warm inner fog. And so the whole small country, from highest tower to slowest river, falls gently, all together, into the long, quiet sea of sleep. When the mind imagines floating, the body softens, as though resting on warm water. Tonight, imagine yourself floating gently upon the surface of a small, slow lake at twilight. The water is warm, almost the temperature of your own skin. The sky above is a soft lavender deepening into indigo. A few faint stars are blinking awake. The lake holds you with the patience of a great sleeping creature, lifting you, cradling you, without any effort of your own. Your arms drift outward. Your legs grow weightless. Your back rests, fully supported, on the soft surface. And the mind, watching from somewhere quiet within, lets itself drift too, slow and unhurried, into the silver glimmer of the deep dreaming lake of sleep. There is a quiet kind of breathing that the body knows when it feels safe. The chest barely lifts. The belly rises gently. The breath becomes long and soft, like a slow brush stroke across a still canvas. Tonight, your breath may settle into this soft, quiet rhythm without any effort from you. The mind, watching, smiles faintly and grows still. The heart, listening, slows its small drum. The whole long landscape of your body, hearing this soft brush stroke of breath, settles into a vast and tender stillness. You do not need to do anything. The breath is doing it for you. The body is doing it for you. The mind is doing it for you. All you need to do is be carried, slow and weightless, into the soft, deep harbor of sleep. Memory is a kind of soft river that flows quietly inside us, carrying gentle scenes of warmth and safety. The smell of bread baking in a faraway kitchen. The sound of soft rain against an old window. The feeling of being small and warm and held. Tonight, let this soft river drift through you. Do not chase its scenes. Do not hold them. Simply let them pass, one after another, like small lanterns floating on a slow current. And as each gentle scene drifts by, the body listens, soft and warm, and grows ever quieter. The mind, watching the lanterns pass, grows ever dreamier. And at last, the river itself begins to slow until it becomes a wide, still pool in which you lie weightless, breathing, sleeping, beneath the deep, kind sky. In the long story of the body, there is a quiet truth that warmth shared with oneself is just as healing as warmth shared with another. A hand placed gently upon your own chest, even imagined, sends a slow ripple of safety through the long corridors within. Tonight, imagine that warm hand resting on your chest. Feel its kindness. Feel its weight. Feel its quiet message. You are safe. You are loved. You are home. The mind, sensing this gentle touch, releases its small inner sentinel. The body, sensing the release, sinks softly into the bed. And the heart, beating beneath the warm imagined hand, slows its quiet drumming until the whole house of you grows still and tender, ready for the deep harbor of sleep. The face, when it grows fully soft, becomes a kind of small still pond at moonlight. The brow is smooth. The eyes are heavy. The cheeks are warm. The jaw is long and unhurried. The lips are gently parted, soft as petals. The whole face floats, weightless, upon the deep dark water of the night. Tonight, let your face become this still pond. Let the moonlight settle upon it. Let the quiet of the night drift across it. The mind, looking into this soft, still pond, sees its own quiet reflection and grows even quieter. The body, sensing this stillness at the face, follows it inward, layer by layer, deeper and deeper, until at last you slip beneath the surface of the pond into the dark. Warm dreaming below, the deepest layer of relaxation feels like sinking into warm, dark velvet. It is the layer where thoughts become soft mist, where the body becomes a slow, heavy stone, where time itself begins to lose its small, sharp edges. Tonight, you may be drifting toward that layer already. Your breath has slowed. Your shoulders have softened. Your hands have grown warm and heavy. Your eyes are far, far behind their gentle lids. The mind, hovering somewhere at the edge of the velvet, is leaning closer, closer, almost touching it now. And as you sink deeper, the velvet gathers softly around you, warm and dark and infinitely kind, until at last you slip beneath it entirely and become part of the great, slow dreaming of the world. In this place, where mind and body have grown gentle together, there is no longer any difference between the two. The thoughts have become as soft as the body. The body has become as quiet as the thoughts. They have melted into one slow, breathing river, flowing through the long, warm valley of the night. Tonight, you are simply a small lantern of warmth, floating upon this river, carried by its slow current. You do not need to row. You do not need to steer. You do not even need to know where you are going. The river knows. The night knows. The dream waiting at the river's mouth knows. All you need to do is float, soft and warm and weightless, deeper into the long, kind dark of sleep. There is a tender old wisdom that lives within the body, older than language, older than thought, soft as the inside of a seashell. It knows how to heal a small cut without being told. It knows how to mend a tired muscle while you sleep. It knows how to slow itself, soothe itself, gather itself, all on its own, without ever being asked. Tonight, this quiet wisdom is gently awake within you. Even as the rest of you grows dreamy and dim, it is moving softly through the long corridors of your body, lighting tiny candles of repair, smoothing small wrinkles of weariness, whispering gentle words to your sleeping cells. You do not need to direct it. You only need to rest, while this kind inner gardener tends the slow, soft garden of you deep into the warm, dreaming night. The skin is the body's softest poet, listening to the world with quiet attention. every brush of warm air, every gentle weight of a blanket, every soft hush of the pillow against the cheek is a small poem written upon it. Tonight, the skin is reading slow and tender poems all over your body. The soft poem of the warm sheet across your legs. The soft poem of the cool air against your forehead. The soft poem of your own breath, drifting faintly across your lip. The mind, hearing these gentle poems, leans closer and closer until its eyes grow heavy and it lays itself down beside the skin, like two old friends sharing a quiet evening. And so you drift, softly read into sleep, line by tender line, into the long velvet poem of the dreaming night. When the mind imagines kindness, the body releases a soft tide of warmth, like a sleeping lake breathing out a slow mist at dawn. Tonight, imagine yourself surrounded by gentle figures of kindness. Perhaps an old grandparent humming softly in a wooden rocking chair. Perhaps a tender friend laying a warm hand upon your shoulder. Perhaps a small, quiet animal curling beside your feet. Each kind presence sends a soft ripple of safety through the long lake of you. The shoulders soften. The chest opens. The breath grows long and slow. The mind, surrounded by all this gentle company, releases its last small worries like leaves drifting from a calm tree. And the body, blanketed by warmth from every side, sinks deeper, sweeter, into the soft, kind hush of sleep. Within the chest, just behind the heart, there is a small soft place that responds gently to slow music. Even imagined music will reach it. Tonight, imagine the slow, low sound of a single cello, drifting through a warm wooden room. Each note is long, each pause is wide, and the music seems to lean into your chest, like a kind old friend leaning into a doorway. The heart listens. The lungs listen. The whole inner room of you fills with this slow, golden sound. And as the music drifts on, growing softer, softer, the body grows softer with it. The mind grows softer with it, until at last the music fades into a single low, warm hum, and you slip, weightless, into the deep dreaming dark, carried by its tender vanishing. The mind, in its kindest moments, is like a small, gentle keeper of lanterns. It walks through the long inner halls of the body, turning each small flame down to a soft amber glow. It does not blow out the lanterns. It only dims them, tenderly, the way a parent dims the light in a child's bedroom at the end of a long, beautiful day. Tonight, this keeper is moving quietly through you. The lantern of the eyes is dimming. The lantern of the jaw is dimming. The lantern of the shoulders is dimming. The lantern of the heart is dimming. Each small flame becomes a soft, warm glow, gentle as candlelight through frosted glass. And so the inner halls fill with that quiet golden hush, the kind of hush that only comes just before deep, deep sleep. Far down within the body, beneath the long valleys of the muscles and the soft rivers of the blood, there is a deep stone warm stillness. It is the stillness of a small underground spring, dark and quiet, where life gathers itself before rising again toward the morning. When the mind grows peaceful, sometimes slips down toward this still inner spring, the way a tired child slips toward a warm, dim corner of a familiar room. Tonight, your mind may drift gently downward, deeper than thought, deeper than feeling, into the soft, still water of that inner spring. And there, in that warm, dark hush, you rest, fully held by the slow, ancient quiet at the very center of you, while sleep wraps its gentle wings around your dreaming shape. In the silver hours of the night, the body becomes a soft lantern of warmth, glowing faintly beneath the blanket. The mind, hovering somewhere above, looks down upon this lantern with quiet affection. It sees the slow rise and fall of breath. It sees the gentle warmth pooling in the hands. It sees the long, sleepy line of the legs. It sees the soft glow at the center of the chest. And then, slowly, the mind itself becomes a lantern too, suspended in the warm dark above the body. The two lanterns, mind and body, glow softly together, drifting closer and closer, until at last they merge into a single warm light, sinking into the deep, dreaming dark like a single golden coin, slipping into a calm, kind sea. Inside the long corridors of the body, there are small, soft messengers who carry only one word, and that word is rest. They move slowly through the muscles, whispering rest. They move slowly through the joints, whispering rest. They move slowly through the heart, whispering rest. They even drift up into the soft attic of the mind, where the lanterns of thought still glow, whispering rest. Tonight, these small, soft messengers are everywhere within you, faithful and patient, gently spreading their single, kind word. You do not need to follow them. You do not need to listen for them. They are doing their slow, tender work on their own. And as their soft word fills every corner of you, the body sighs and the mind sighs, and together you sink into the warm, kind harbor of sleep. There is a quiet inner sky within the body, soft and wide, where the mind can drift like a small kite at evening. When the day has been busy, the kite flies high and quick. But when the body grows still and the breath grows slow, the kite begins to descend, gently and unhurried, sinking through the warm air toward the soft inner ground. Tonight, your kite is descending, lower and lower, sweeter and sweeter. The string is being wound, slowly. By some kind unseen hand, the wind has grown gentle. The colors of the inner sky have softened into evening hues. And as your small kite touches down at last upon the soft inner meadow, you lie down beside it, weightless and warm, and drift into the deep dreaming hush. The hips are the soft, deep cradle of the body, the place where the long story of the legs meets the long story of the spine. They have carried you through every walking hour of your life, holding you upright, holding you steady, holding you whole. Tonight, the hips release their long, quiet work. They sink into the bed like two slow, smooth stones settling into a warm riverbed. As they release, a great wave of softness rises upward, through the lower back, through the belly, through the chest. The mind, sensing this great inner softening, releases its own small grip on the hours of the day, and the body, cradled by its own deep cradle, sinks more fully, more sweetly, into the warm and dreaming hush of the long, slow night. The eyes, even behind closed lids, sometimes wander like small soft moths drawn to faint inner lights. Tonight, you may let them grow still. Imagine your eyes settling gently into the dark velvet of their quiet sockets. Imagine them growing warm and heavy, like two small smooth stones at the bottom of a slow river. As the eyes grow still, the mind grows still too, for the eyes and the mind are old companions, walking always hand in hand. The face softens, the brow smooths, the whole front of the head grows tender and warm. And so, with the small moths of the eyes settled at last into sleepy stillness, you slip deeper into the long, dark velvet of the night, where dreams gather like soft glimmers of distant stars. Sometimes, on the inside of the body, there is a feeling of slow, gentle melting, as though a soft, warm light were spreading through every quiet corner. It begins, perhaps, at the crown of the head and drifts downward like honey through warm bread. soothing everything it touches. Tonight, this slow melting is moving through you. It melts the small tightness at the brow. It melts the soft tightness at the throat. It melts the gentle holding at the chest. It melts every small place of quiet effort, leaving behind only warmth and softness and the slow weight of rest. The mind, watching this golden melting from somewhere far above, sighs and dims its own light. And you, melted and warm and weightless, drift into the deep dreaming country where sleep is waiting, soft as a candle in the dark. When the body has been loved well by the mind, it begins to glow with a quiet inner warmth, like an old wooden room lit by a single soft lamp. Tonight, the mind has been kind. It has imagined warmth, and the body has warmed. It has imagined softness, and the body has softened. It has imagined rest, and the body has begun to rest. The whole long inner room of you is glowing now, warm and dim and welcoming. The mind, content with its evening's work, lays itself down upon the soft wooden floor of that inner room and grows still. The lamp flickers gently. The walls breathe slow. And you, body and mind together, drift into the long warm hush of the night like two old friends sleeping by a fire. In the soft science of the body, every slow exhale is a small letting go, a quiet releasing of something invisible. The breath out carries away small fragments of the day, the way a slow tide carries away small fragments of the shore. Tonight, with each exhale, imagine a tiny soft cloud drifting away from you, weightless and warm, carrying off some small piece of the day. A little worry, a little weariness, a little holding. Each small cloud drifts off into the warm dark and vanishes, like steam vanishing into a wide night sky. The body grows lighter with each release. The mind grows quieter with each release. And after many slow, soft clouds have drifted off, you are nothing but warm, soft glow, sinking deeper into the deep, deep harbor of sleep. There is an old, kind silence that lives deep within the body, beneath all the small sounds of the day. It is older than thought, older than memory, older even than the first slow heartbeat of your becoming. When the mind grows still and the body grows still, this old kind silence rises softly toward the surface, the way a deep, gentle fish rises toward the moonlight on a still lake. Tonight, you may feel this old silence gathering within you. It is wide. It is warm. It is wordless. And it carries within it the deep, ancient knowing that all is well, that you are safe, that you may rest now, fully and entirely. Let this silence rise. Let it hold you. Let it carry you, weightless, into the deep dreaming dark. The body knows how to be held, even when there is no one holding it. It knows how to feel safe, even when there is no one watching. It knows how to find its way home to itself, even after the longest day. Tonight, your body is finding its way home. The shoulders are coming home. The chest is coming home. The belly is coming home. The hips, the legs, the feet, all coming home. Even the small, busy birds of the mind are coming home, settling at last into the soft inner nest where they will sleep until morning. And as all of you arrives home, together, the door closes softly behind you. The lamps grow dim. The fire glows low. And you sink, gentle and complete, into the warm, deep dreaming hush. A slow, gentle yawn is one of the oldest gifts the body gives to the mind. It is a soft signal that the day is ending, a kind whisper from the muscles to the thoughts that says, "It is time, dear one, to rest." Perhaps a quiet yawn is rising in you now, soft and unhurried, opening the long valley of your throat. Let it come. Let it stretch you a little. Let it draw a long, slow breath through the warm inner halls of you, and feel, as it passes, how it leaves behind a deeper softness everywhere it touched. The mind, hearing this old, kind signal, releases another layer of its quiet holding. And you, gently emptied by the soft yawn, sink one more layer into the warm, dreaming dark of sleep. When the mind imagines a place of safety, the body builds it inside itself, brick by warm brick. Tonight, imagine a small stone cottage at the edge of a quiet forest. Smoke drifts gently from its chimney. Warm light glows softly in its windows. A small wooden door stands gently open, waiting for you. Step inside. The floor is warm beneath your feet. A low fire crackles in the hearth. A soft bed waits in the corner, piled with old, beloved blankets. Lie down upon that bed. Feel the weight of the blankets, the warmth of the fire, the long silence of the surrounding forest. The mind builds, and the body believes, and together you sleep, deeply and sweetly. In the soft inner cottage where nothing can find you but dreams, the lower back is a soft, faithful place that has held you upright through every walking hour. It has been a quiet doorway between the steady ground and the high, dreaming sky of the mind. Tonight, that small, faithful doorway may rest at last. As it releases, a slow, warm tide rises upward through the spine, vertebra by vertebra, like small lanterns being lit along a darkened path. The belly softens. The chest softens. The shoulders soften. The whole long stare of the spine fills with quiet warmth. The mind, looking down that softly lit inner stare, releases its own quiet grip on the day. And the body, supported, warmed, and gently released, sinks deeper into the long velvet hush of the dreaming night. The wrists are small, quiet bridges between the long story of the arms and the small, soft world of the hands. When the mind grows peaceful, the wrists release, and a slow tide of softness flows outward into the fingers, like warm water filling a delicate cup. Tonight, let your wrists grow soft. Let your fingers grow soft. Let the small pads of your fingertips grow warm and heavy upon the blanket. The mind, sensing the surrender of the hands, releases another small ribbon of its daily holding. The arms grow long. The shoulders grow long. The whole upper body becomes a soft, slow river of warmth. And you, carried by that warm, slow river, drift gently downstream into the deep, dreaming sea of sleep. There is a low, gentle hum that fills the body when the mind grows fully kind. It is not a sound you can hear. It is a feeling, like the warmth of distant music drifting through the walls of a soft wooden room. Tonight, that low, gentle hum is moving softly through you. It hums in the chest. It hums in the belly. It hums in the long, sleepy legs. The mind, feeling this soft inner music, releases its lingering grip on the wakeful world. The body, lulled by the gentle inner song, settles further and further into the warm cradle of the bed, and you, body and mind together, are carried like a small sleeping melody into the long dark concert hall of the dreaming night. When the body has been moved with kindness through the day, it carries that kindness into the night like a soft folded letter held against the chest. Tonight, no matter how busy your day, you may offer a small kindness to your body now. A gentle thank you to the legs that walked. A gentle thank you to the hands that worked. A gentle thank you to the eyes that watched, the ears that listened, the heart that kept its quiet, faithful drumming. As each kindness is offered, the body sighs and softens further. The mind, watching, smiles faintly and grows still. The soft folded letter of the day rests at last upon the bedside table, and you slip, weightless and grateful, into the warm, dreaming dark of sleep. Within the soft architecture of the body, there are small inner gardens that bloom only at night. They are the gardens of repair, of dreaming, of quiet renewal. They open while you sleep, like night-blooming flowers in a moonlit courtyard. Tonight, these gardens are already beginning to open within you. Their flowers are pale silver, soft white, the gentlest violet. Their perfume drifts slowly through the long inner halls of your body, carrying with it the deep, kind promise that all that is tired will be renewed by morning. The mind, sensing this gentle perfume, releases its last small grip on the hours, and the body, blooming softly from within, sinks deeper, deeper into the warm, soft soil of sleep. The eyelids, when the body grows fully tired, become two soft, heavy curtains drawn slowly across the wide windows of the mind. Tonight, those curtains are already drawn. Behind them, the inner room of you is dim and warm and safe. The lamps have been turned low. The fire glows softly in the hearth. The day has been folded neatly and set aside, like a small woolen coat upon a chair by the door. The mind, in this dim, quiet inner room, draws a long, slow breath and lies down upon the soft inner floor. The body, holding the room in its gentle warmth, sighs and grows even softer. And so, behind the long velvet curtains of the eyes, you drift into the deep, dreaming dark of sleep. There is a slow, kind ratio between mind and body, a soft inner conversation in which one always echoes the other. When the mind says, soft, the body answers, soft. When the body says, heavy, the mind answers, heavy. When the breath says, slow, the heart answers, slow. Tonight, this slow inner conversation is full of only kind, peaceful words. Soft, soft, the mind whispers. Heavy, heavy, the body answers. Slow, slow, the breath sings. Warm, warm, the heart hums. Each gentle word is a small lantern of calm, drifting along the long inner river of you. And as the river fills with these small, soft lanterns, you drift further into the warm, dreaming country, where sleep is waiting like a great kind lake at dusk. The body, when it feels deeply safe, sometimes gives the gift of a slow, soft trembling, a small inner shiver of release, like the trembling of a leaf when a long-held wind finally passes. Tonight, you may feel a tiny softening within, a quiet inner letting go that you cannot quite name. It is the body gently releasing something small it had been carrying without your knowing. The mind, sensing this delicate release, leans closer with quiet tenderness. The breath grows even softer. The heart grows even kinder. And so the body, having quietly set down its small invisible bundle, sinks further into the warm bed, sweeter and lighter than before, drifting at last into the deep velvet hush of sleep. The slow, faithful rhythm of breath has carried you through every season of your life, through the long, warm summers of childhood, through the gentle autumns of becoming, through the soft winters of stillness, through the bright springs of beginning again. Tonight, that same faithful breath is carrying you once more, slow and tender, into the long, kind night. It does not need your help. It does not need your attention. It only asks that you let it carry you, the way a small wooden boat is carried on a wide and patient river. The mind drifts in the boat. The body drifts in the boat. The river of breath flows on, calm and unhurried, into the deep dreaming sea where every weary heart finds its rest. There is a small, quiet smile that the body remembers, the soft, warm smile of being deeply at peace. It does not need to appear on the face. It lives somewhere inside the chest, just behind the heart. Tonight, that small inner smile is rising softly within you. The way warmth rises from a quiet hearth, it is the smile of an animal curling into its nest. The smile of a child being tucked in beneath a familiar quilt. The smile of an old soul, at last coming home. The mind, sensing this gentle inner smile, lets go of its last small holding. The body, warmed by it, settles deeper into the bed, and you drift into the long, soft hush of sleep with that small inner smile resting at the very center of your chest. When you imagine being rocked, the body remembers being rocked, the slow, kind sway of a mother's arms, the soft tilt of a wooden cradle, the gentle motion of a slow boat upon a still lake. The body remembers all of these deep in its old, kind memory. Tonight, imagine that you are being rocked gently and slowly in a soft, warm cradle of light. The cradle sways, soft and unhurried. The light is warm and golden. The whole world has grown small and tender around you. The mind, lulled by the slow sway, grows softly silent. The body, held by the warm cradle, grows softly heavy, and you, rocked and held and warm, sink deeper into the long, kind, dreaming hush of sleep. The body has many small, gentle wisdoms that the mind only learns slowly. The wisdom of yawning, the wisdom of stretching, the wisdom of breathing, the wisdom of resting, the wisdom of softening when it has held too long, and warming when it has grown too cool. Tonight, all of these small wisdoms are awake within you, gentle and kind. They know exactly how to help you sleep. They are doing it now, even as you listen. The yawning, the slow stretching, the deep, slow breathing, the warming, the softening, the mind, watching this old, beloved wisdom move through the body, releases its own small efforts, and you sink deeper, sweeter, into the long, warm, dreaming dark of sleep. In the inner sky of the body, there are small, soft moons of warmth that rise and set with the slow tides of the breath. Each inhale lifts a small moon a little higher in the inner sky. Each exhale lowers it again. Tonight, these small inner moons are drifting slowly across the soft inner heavens of you. The moon of the chest, the moon of the belly, the moon of the heart, the moon of the brow, each one rising slowly, falling slowly in the gentle tide of breath. The mind, watching this soft inner sky, grows hushed and reverent. The body, swaying gently with the moons, releases its last small holding, and you, soft and warm and full of small moons, drift into the long, dreaming dark. The skin between the shoulder blades is a quiet, tender place where mind and body often touch. When you grow still, you may feel a soft warmth gathering there, as though a kind hand were resting gently between your shoulders. Tonight, let that warmth gather. Let it spread outward, across your back, around your ribs, into your chest. Imagine the gentle hand growing wider, softer, warmer, until it becomes a whole warm blanket draped across your back. The mind, sensing this kind invisible touch, sighs and softens. The body, supported by this warm imagined hand, releases the long story of the day. And you, blanketed by gentle warmth on every side, sink sweetly into the long, deep, dreaming dark of sleep. The deep, quiet weight of the body is itself a kind of lullaby. As you grow more tired, the body grows heavier, sinking gently into the bed like a slow stone settling into warm sand. Tonight, that quiet weight is settling within you. The shoulders grow heavy. The arms grow heavy. The hips grow heavy. The legs grow heavy. Even the small, soft weight of the eyelids grows tender and dim. The mind, sensing this slow, sweet heaviness, releases its last bright lantern. The body, fully supported, fully held, sighs into the deep cradle of the bed. And the whole long story of you grows weightless, even as it grows heavy, drifting at last into the soft, soft hush of sleep. The breath, when fully released, carries a gentle inner song. It is a song without words, only the low hum of safety, of warmth, of long, slow rest. Tonight, that song is drifting softly through you. It hums in the chest as the breath rises. It hums in the belly as the breath falls. It hums in the long valley of the throat. The mind, listening to this slow inner song, grows hushed. The body, swaying gently with the song, grows soft. And you, body and mind together, are carried by the slow song of breath into the warm, dreaming country where every weary traveler finds rest beneath the soft, kind stars. There is a quiet little circle of warmth that gathers at the center of the chest when the mind grows fully kind. It is the soft glow of the inner hearth, faithful as a small candle burning patiently through the night. Tonight, that small candle is glowing softly within you, just behind the heart. It does not flicker. It does not waver. It only burns, slow and steady, casting a gentle warm light through the long inner halls of you. The mind, drawn by this small kind flame, lays itself down beside it like a small sleeping cat. The body, warmed by it, sinks deeper into the bed. And you, gathered around the soft inner hearth, drift into the long, warm, dreaming dark. The arms, when they grow fully heavy, settle into the bed like two slow rivers, sinking into a wide, quiet sea. They have held so much today, carried so much, reached for so much. Tonight, they are reaching for nothing. They are simply lying there, warm and weightless, drifting in the soft current of rest. The mind, sensing the surrender of the arms, releases its own quiet effort. The shoulders soften, the chest opens, the breath grows long, and you, with arms grown into slow, warm rivers, sink deeper, deeper, into the long, dreaming dark of sleep, carried gently by their soft surrender into the warm sea of the night. There is an old, tender truth in the body. That warmth gathers where attention rests. If your gentle attention drifts to your hands grow warm. If it drifts to your chest grows warm. If it drifts to your feet grow warm. Tonight, let your gentle attention drift slowly through you, like a small, soft lamp wandering through a sleeping house. Warm the brow, warm the throat, warm the chest, warm the belly, warm the hips, warm the legs, warm the feet. And as your kind little lamp finishes its slow circuit, the whole house of you is glowing softly, warm and welcoming, ready for the deep velvet hush of sleep. The kind weight of a single thought of love, even imagined, can soften the body more than any medicine. Tonight, imagine someone or something that you love, soft and complete, with no urgency, no holding. Perhaps a small child, perhaps an old friend, perhaps a beloved animal, perhaps a quiet place that has always loved you back, a forest, a shore, a small wooden room. Let the warmth of that love rise gently within you. Feel it in your chest. Feel it in your hands. Feel it in your slow, soft breath. The mind, filled with this kind warmth, grows tender. The body, filled with this kind warmth, grows soft, and you sink, full and warm, into the long, dreaming hush of sleep. In the soft science of rest, every small kindness toward the body returns to the mind 100-fold. A slow breath, a warm thought, a soft word, a gentle imagining, each one a small candle placed in the long inner hallway of the night. Tonight, your hallway is full of these small candles, each one glowing softly, each one warming the air around it. The mind walks slowly through this candlelit hallway, brushing each small flame with quiet gratitude. The body, warmed by the long row of candles, releases the last small ribbon of the day. And you, walking softly through your own candlelit inner halls, drift at last into the warm, dreaming dark, where every candle becomes a star. There is a deep, slow note that the body hums when it is fully at rest, a low, warm tone that vibrates softly through every bone, every muscle, every quiet inner room. Tonight, that deep, slow note is humming within you. It is the note of safety, the note of warmth, the note of long, kind sleep. It hums in the chest, low and slow. It hums in the belly, deep and warm. It hums in the long, sleepy spine. The mind, hearing this old soft note, releases its last small holding. The body, humming gently from within, sinks deeper into the bed. And you, body and mind together, dissolve sweetly into the warm, dreaming hush of the long, slow night. When the eyes grow fully heavy, they sometimes feel as though they are sinking softly backward into the warm dark of the head, like two small smooth stones settling into a still pond. Tonight, your eyes may be sinking this way already, soft and slow, drifting into the gentle dark behind them. As they sink, the mind sinks with them, drifting downward, downward, into the warm inner deep. The face softens, the brow smooths, the cheeks grow heavy, the lips part softly. The whole front of the head becomes a still warm pond, full of soft sleeping light, and you, eyes sunk, mind sunk, face soft, drift at last into the long, kind, dreaming dark of sleep. There is a gentle thread of warmth that runs from the very crown of the head, through the long quiet of the spine, all the way down to the soles of the sleepy feet. It is the slow inner thread of life, faithful as a candle wick that has burned softly through every year of your living. Tonight, that warm inner thread is glowing softly within you. From crown to soul, the mind hums quietly along its length. The body warms gently along its length. The breath rises and falls along its length. And as you grow more still, this warm inner thread becomes the only thing left, holding you together, soft and golden, in the warm dreaming dark, glowing faintly, faithfully, through the long, kind night. The body, when it sleeps, becomes a small, soft country full of slow rivers, dim valleys, warm hills, and quiet, sleeping villages. The mind, hovering above this country like a small, kind moon, watches it with gentle love. Tonight, that small, kind moon is already beginning to dim its silver light. The country below grows softer, dimmer, warmer. The rivers slow, the valleys hush, the villages fold their little lanterns, and at last, the moon itself sets gently behind the soft inner horizon, leaving the country bathed in the deep, warm dark of dreaming. And so you sleep, soft country and quiet moon, melted together into the long, warm hush of the kind night. There is a small, quiet animal of warmth that lives in the center of you, an old friend who curls more deeply into its bed when the mind grows kind. Tonight, that small inner animal is settling deeper into its nest within you. Its breath grows slow, Its eyes grow heavy. Its small, warm body sighs and softens. The mind, watching this gentle inner creature, smiles tenderly and releases its last small grip on the day. The body, holding this warm, sleeping creature, grows softer too. And you, hosting this gentle inner animal in the warm hollow of your chest, drift into the long, soft, dreaming dark of sleep, together as one quiet, peaceful being, the shoulders, the chest, the back, the hips, the legs, the feet, all of you. Every long, faithful piece of you is being held tonight. Held by the bed, held by the blanket, held by the slow breath, held by the warm, dim air of the sleeping room, held by the deep, kind night that has wrapped itself around the whole quiet earth. There is nothing you must hold tonight, because everything is holding you. The mind, sensing this great kind holding, releases its long, quiet effort. The body, sensing the great kind holding, sinks deeper into the bed. And you, fully held from every direction, drift into the warm, dreaming dark, weightless and safe, like a small star nested in the warm hand of the night. The slow inner light of sleep is gathering at the edges of you now, soft and dim and golden. It glows faintly at the brow. It glows faintly at the chest. It glows faintly at the soft, sleepy hands. It glows faintly at the long, slow legs. The whole shape of you is beginning to glow with this gentle inner light, the warm, soft light of nearly being asleep. The mind, watching this soft, golden glow rising around the body, sighs and lets itself dim too. The body, glowing softly from within, releases the last small ribbon of the day. And you, glowing and slow and weightless, slip beneath the warm, dim surface of the night into the dreaming sea below. The night, the kind, faithful night, has come close to your bedside now. It has set its soft, dark hand gently upon your chest. It has whispered, in its slow, ancient voice, "You may rest now, dear one. You may rest now." The mind, hearing the night's slow voice, releases its last lantern. The body, feeling the night's kind hand, releases its last small hold, and the breath, growing softer with every moment, becomes a slow, gentle bridge across which you are walking, step by quiet step, into the warm, dreaming dark on the other side. There is no need to look back. There is no need to look forward. There is only this slow, kind crossing into the long velvet hush of sleep. The mind and the body, those two old companions, have at last grown perfectly quiet together. Their conversation has softened into a long, slow hum, a single, low, warm tone shared between them, like two old friends humming together by a low fire. They no longer need words. They no longer need thoughts. They have grown into one soft, sleeping shape, warm beneath the kind blanket of the night. Tonight, you are this soft, sleeping shape. You are both mind and body, both dreaming and resting, both held and holding. And as the long, warm tone fades softly into silence, you slip beneath even the silence, into the deepest hush, where dreams begin to bloom like silver flowers in a warm, dark garden. There is a place, deep within the long story of sleep, where everything tender and good is gathered together, like soft folded cloth in an old wooden chest. The kindness of every gentle word ever spoken to you, the warmth of every soft hand ever placed upon your shoulder, the tenderness of every slow evening when the world felt safe. Tonight, the lid of that old wooden chest opens softly within you. The folded cloth of these kindnesses rises up around you, draping itself over your shoulders, your chest, your tired arms, your slow legs. The mind, wrapped in these gentle layers, sighs and dims. The body, blanketed by every old kindness, sinks deeper into the bed, and you drift, layer by tender layer, into the warm dreaming hush. And here, at the edge of the long warm sea of sleep, the mind and body have grown into a single small candle of soft inner light. It floats now, weightless, upon the surface of that vast quiet sea, drifting outward into the deep dim water of dreams. The night holds the candle. The sea holds the candle. The whole gentle universe holds the candle. And the candle, soft and warm and safe, drifts further and further out, smaller and smaller against the long dark horizon, until at last it becomes one with the faint silver light of the distant sleeping stars. And so you sleep, body and mind, candle and sea, all one warm, sweet dreaming, in the long kind hush of the night. And so we have wandered, slow and gentle, through 100 small lanterns of warmth, each one a soft glimpse into the tender bridge between mind and body. We have walked through the inner gardens of breath. We have rested by the warm hearth of the heart. We have wandered the long, quiet corridors of the spine, lit by small amber lanterns of release. We have floated upon imagined lakes, listened to imagined cellos, drifted in imagined cradles of golden light. And all the while, the body has been listening, soft and faithful, sinking deeper with every kind word, every slow breath, every gentle imagining. There is something tender and almost miraculous in this slow inner partnership. The mind imagines warmth, and the body warms. The mind imagines safety, and the body softens. The mind imagines rest, and the body rests. In the long, quiet language of mind and body, every kind thought becomes a small candle. Every slow breath becomes a soft bridge. Every gentle imagining becomes a real and warm experience deep within the inner halls of you. Tonight, your body has been spoken to with kindness. It has been thanked. It has been warmed. It has been held. The shoulders, the chest, the belly, the hips, the legs, the feet, all have been gently invited to soften, to release, to come home. And the mind, who has spent the day in so many small busy rooms, has at last laid itself down beside the body, like a soft beloved companion, curling in beside an old friend by the warm hearth of the night. Let this slow knowing rest within you now. The knowing that mind and body are not strangers, but tender lifelong partners. The knowing that warmth, kindness, and slow breath can move through you like a gentle inner river. The knowing that, even now, as you drift deeper into the long velvet hush, the soft inner garden of you is blooming quietly, repairing, renewing, weaving the gentle silver tapestry of your dreams. There is nothing more to learn tonight. There is nothing more to do. The body has been loved. The mind has been calmed. The breath has been softened. The night has come close, and the deep dreaming sea is already lapping gently at the soft edges of you, ready to carry you, weightless and warm, into the long, kind, sleeping dark. If you are still softly listening, dear one, then you are already half dreaming, half hair, drifting gently in the warm shallows of sleep. There is no need to come back to the surface. There is no need to open the eyes. There is no need to remember anything we have wandered through tonight. The body has remembered everything for you, deep in the soft, kind country of its quiet wisdom. Thank you for spending this slow evening with us here at Deep Sleep Science. It is a small, quiet honor to walk beside you through the long, warm hush of the night, to set down lanterns of softness along your path, to whisper gentle stories into the deep, dreaming dark. If these slow journeys bring you comfort, you may, whenever it feels easy, gently tap the like button and softly subscribe, so that more peaceful evenings may find their way to your bedside in the nights ahead. No rush, no hurry. Only when it feels kind. Now let yourself sink, fully and sweetly, into the warm cradle of the bed beneath you. Let the blanket hold you like a slow, gentle hand. Let the pillow hold your tired head like a small, kind cloud. Let the room around you grow soft and far, like a distant sleeping village seen from a faraway hill. The mind is already drifting. The body is already drifting. The breath is already drifting. And all that is left is the deep, kind hush of the night, gathering you softly into its long, warm arms. In a moment, the soft music of 432 Hertz will begin to drift quietly into the room, like a gentle tide rising in a faraway sea. Let it carry you. Let it cradle you. Let it sway with you through the long dreaming hours ahead. You do not need to listen. You do not need to hear. You only need to rest, soft and warm and safe, in the deep, kind harbor of sleep. Sleep well, dear one. Sleep deeply. Sleep long and sweet, beneath the soft silver stars of the dreaming night. May your dreams be gentle. May your body be renewed. May the morning find you warm and rested, like a small lantern that has burned softly through the night and is ready, again, for the slow, kind light of dawn. Good night and sleep deeply.